It's market day! Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Liz, aka Pigs Plushies, here on YouTube and over on Instagram. It is off to a kind of rough start. We woke up at like 6 a.m., got here at 7. The market director wasn't here yet, and now we have the tent and a couple of the tables set up, but it is raining, so I am waiting to see if the rain will stop before I set all my plushies out. Okay, update. It is currently like 11:05 and the market started at 9, and I've sold 4 items so far: a loaf cat, a blue axolotl, a green axolotl, and a black octo. So hopefully it picks up here a little bit around noontime. So where I'm at the market, I'm like kind of out of the way of everybody else. It's kind of an inconvenient location for me. Off to this side there is a blacksmith, and he doesn't, he's like far away from everybody. The main event is like happening over there, which I was fine until this cat cafe came and parked, and it like blocked me off basically. So when you first enter the market, you can't even see my tent, which I knew they were gonna be here, but I didn't realize the cat truck was so big. And I'll flip it around to like pan the scene so you can see. But the market started at 9 and they got here at 10, so update. It is 11:58 and I sold a large possum, a dragon, and a dinosaur lovey, a small one. It is very windy and very chilly. The rain picked up, so I had to move stuff in closer so they wouldn't get rained on, even though some of it already did. My loveys, I had to take them down and move that thing in. I'll pan a video of it. It's a little wet, but it'll dry out no problem. I also got a apple crisp from one of the food trucks, and it was a loaded apple crisp, so the apples and the crust and the cinnamon sugar and the caramel and the pecans and the whipped cream. It was delicious. I could not finish it all because it was so rich. And it is currently about like 1:25-ish, and I've sold 1 chicken since my last check-in, so it's pretty slow. Okay, it is the day after the market, and I know I didn't mention this in the clips before, but it was a 2-day market, so it was Saturday and Sunday. It was the Painted Cowgirl market. It was my first 2-day market, so I had never done a 2-day market before. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I think my expectations were a tad too high. I did not record any footage of the second day because my phone, my lovely phone, it told me it was out of storage, so I had to go through to film this. I had to go through and delete a bunch of my memories. Anyway, that's beside the point. So the first day on Saturday, it was very cold and rainy. Like, not rainy all the time, but some of my stuff did get wet. It ended up being fine. It dried out the next day. Sunday, it was very warm and very sunny. Like, in these first few clips, you can see that I have a hoodie on and a jacket. The second day, I was just in a t-shirt and I was like, it is hot out here. I should have wore shorts. So the weather was completely bipolar, but hey, welcome to Southern Illinois. Am I right? I was hoping that the sunny weather would make for a better market day, but I knew in my head that a Sunday would be slower than a Saturday, and the Saturday was the rainy day and Sunday was a sunny day. I'm like, maybe it'll be better. No. It wasn't. So on the first day, there were these little boys, maybe like 8 and 10. They kept coming over to my booth. They were the grandchildren of the lady who ran the market. So of course they were there all day Saturday and Sunday. They kept coming over to my booth on Saturday, and the littlest one, he was like, your stuff is so cute. You did such an amazing job. And it melted my heart the first couple times. But on the 10th time they visited my booth, I was like, can you go away? But they did purchase a few items, so I'm not complaining. In fact, if it weren't for them, like, and the lady buying stuff for her grandchildren, I probably would have made like 3 sales total this weekend. So that's how slow it was. The first day, let's get into what sold. Hold on. The first day on Saturday, I sold 8 items. I sold a loaf cat for $25, a blue axolotl for $15, a green axolotl for $15, a black octo for $5, a large possum for $22, a red dragon for $20, a dinosaur lovey. It was my patchwork one. I sold it for $32. And then I sold a chicken for $15. So in total, that's 8 items, and it was $149 for my first day. And keep in mind, it was rainy and cold, and also you can see in some of my clips, I think I even talked about it, there was a cat cafe, which is basically this huge truck, and you paid $5 to go in there and you could pet these cats, and like you could adopt them too, but they were in my way. So there's like this concrete area where most of the vendors were at, and I chose to be in the grass. But from where she parked, she cut off the gravel from the grass, so it like blocked the view of any customer completely. When I first got to the market on Saturday morning, setup was at 7 and the market began at 9, and we got there probably 10 till 7, and we were just waiting around because the market director was not there yet, and she showed up like 5 minutes till 7, which is fine. It's fine because setup didn't begin till 7. But then when she got there, she's like, yeah, just go wherever you want. Like, I had never been to this market before, and she wasn't really supplying me with the information that I needed because I didn't know how it flowed, and I just think she could have directed me towards a better spot, a better location for my booth. On day 2, Sunday, it was sunnier and warmer. I sold 6 items. I sold a pig for $10, a flower keychain for $5, an octo for $5, my cat keychain for $8, my pink jellyfish for $15, and I had a chicken that had little babies that came out of it for $25. And if you want to see all of the items that I listed in more depth, I did do an inventory video last week, so you can go check it out. So that was 6 items for a total of $68 on Sunday. So in total, over this 2-day market, I sold 14 items for a total of $217. Side note, if you heard me messing with something, it's this pen. I don't know if it was in frame or not what I'm doing, but that's what I'm doing. Okay, so $217 for 2-day market. And I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because the market lady, she was like, it's because the Painted Cowgirl Market is an actual store and she has 40 vendors in there, like on the daily. And she's like, we're busier in store than we were this weekend. I don't know what happened. And she even offered me a little deal to display some of my items in her market store, and I'm still considering it. It's not a bad deal, but just something to think about. Overall, it wasn't the best experience. It was from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, so that's 12 hours for only $217. Not the best. Definitely probably my worst market that I've had. I also want to give a little more backstory about Saturday morning. My husband and I, Friday night, we were like, should we pack up the truck tonight or should we just wait in the morning? And I'm like, it's not going to take that long. Let's just do it in the morning. Boy, did we goof up. I usually use a 3-table display, as you can see in my earlier clips. And 2 of the tables I own. One of them I usually borrow from my grandma. I had given it back to her and forgot about it. So I only had 2 tables Saturday morning. And I'm like, it's okay, we'll just go and we'll unload what we have. And then it was like 10 minutes away from a Walmart, so I sent him to purchase my 3rd table that now I own, so I don't have to run into that problem anymore. And as I'm waiting, it starts to rain, and I'm like, I can't really set up anything else until it stops raining. And as I'm sitting there thinking about how I'm gonna display my stuff, I use these crates and I left them at home. And so I was like, some of my standing stuff is not gonna look good if it's laying flat on the table. I can't display half of my stuff. And so I was very flustered because the morning was not going as I hoped it would. So eventually I sent my husband back home to get the crates from my car trunk. It wasn't that big of a deal. He just had to drive a little ways to go home to get the crates. Now, if this would happen in my market that I have coming up next in December, that would be a goof up because it said my next market is an hour and a half away from my house, so I will indeed be packing the night before just to ensure that this does not happen again. I did leave my tables and tent set up overnight. I just have a little 10 by 10 tent, and the 3 tables, we just moved them to the center of the tent and lowered the tent down a little and staked it down extra good. I took the tablecloths and my product home with me, of course, overnight because it was gonna rain that night. And when we got there, the table and tent were still there, so yay for that. Overall, it was a slow market experience, but I did make my booth fee back. It was only $50 total for the Saturday and Sunday, so all in all, not that bad. I did make the money back from the table that I had to purchase the morning of, so I just try to look at it from that perspective, and I gained some valuable market experience. I always love to go and chat with all the people and just share my love for crochet with everybody because they seem to enjoy it as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching today's video. It was for sure not the market experience I expected, but hopefully my market next month will be a little bit better. It's in a bigger city, so make sure to tune in for that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more videos like this. Thank you for watching. Bye!